What is the reason for this meeting? Donald Trump and the Trump administration wants the minerals in Ukraine. And President Zelenskyy is like, okay, let me see how this is set up. And when the conversation began to be had, he began to realize his fear is coming near. What is his fear? His fear is that this signing agreement, treaty, if you will, is not going to protect Ukraine. Trump them is like, protection, we sent 350 billion in military aid. What the hell else you want? That's what Trump and Vance stance is in this conversation. So we're already starting off wrong because nobody is paying attention to the needs of the other. Nobody is properly, in my opinion, communicating what they're feeling and what they're thinking. I think Zelenskyy should have taken a softer approach. In his eyes, I see a fight. In Zelenskyy's eyes, I see war, probably because he's in a war and his people are being killed. And I think Trump and Vance didn't give two flying frucks about that. They were concerned about the minerals and what they wanted. In my opinion, the person that escalated this exchange was Vance. Vance knew to trigger Trump's ego by saying, "You're being disrespectful." It literally puts Trump in a defensive energy. Vance did this.
During the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
The setup that Vance did, and then the response from Zelenskyy, which he was trying to say, I know y'all are really stuck on the fact that y'all have helped me in this war. I know that that's your focus. Thank you so much for that. But I don't see in this agreement any explicit security guarantee. It's all about the economic collaboration. It's all about the minerals and the resources. But where is the explicit in writing is what I feel like how he wants it. Security guarantee against Russia and Putin's aggression. You just want me to sign because you want my resources, but you don't really care about my safety. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you a little something about how America moves. America is a very sagacious, slick bully with narcissistic ways. And under the guise of diplomacy, democracy, aid, and help, we plummet into territories that we do not belong to get what we want, which ultimately we come out better, but the space and the place and the people and the country that we have plummeted to get what it is we want don't always come out on top. This is a pattern of our country for several decades. America is founded on that kind of movement. It is a colonizer's craziness that make them feel as though that nobody can peep your bullshit and see that what you really want is what works for you. And you don't really care about how this is going to leave me. Zelenskyy has just said, I know you don't really care, but eventually you're going to feel what you are failing to recognize right now, because Russia is all our problem. And if you understand history, the G7 was the G8, and it changed from the G8 to G7 in 2014. But it changed because Russia basically got kicked out because they went to annex Crimea. I think that's how you say it. And this is land around Russia. What Russia wants is to be the old Soviet Union. Some of you may not be old enough to know, but it covered that whole landmass. And so bit by bit, starting with annexing Crimea, I think that's how you say it, and some other areas, and populating those areas, taking control. They want to do the same thing with Ukraine. And then they want to spread it and keep going. This is an international war crime that Putin and Russia has committed. That same sin is on the head of Israel, because Israel is a war criminal just like Russia. But because we are in agreement with Israel, we say that Russia is the war criminal. Russia has broken international war laws. But we say Israel is protecting herself. Lie, 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 lie. We frame Russia as the aggressor, but Israel is defending. Israel is committing genocide, just like Russia. So don't be fooled with the semantics and how these talking heads are talking. I want you to know what the truth is. That's the truth. And I don't know what America is thinking. Russia ain't friends with nobody. You kick them out of here. But let me tell you why Trump believes that he's not needing to pay attention to Russia, because him and Putin get along. See, that ego is fragile, and it has a blindness in it. Because they get along, he feels as though Russia was kicked out of the G7. Russia has joined BRICS. BRICS' whole mission is to take down the West financial and military power, its influence over the whole world, and to de-dollarize. What are you thinking, Trump? If that wasn't a display of the energy and the spirit and the moral and ethical character of the man that many of our pastors, prophets, leaders voted and told their people to vote for, and this is a display that I think we needed to see. I said this before. Every and anybody that voted for Trump, you voted your spirit and who you are. You are him on some level.